Good evening, and thank you for joining us here in the streaming studio for Weekend Watch. I'm Becky Phelps.
I'm meteorologist Corey Thompson.
We are excited to bring you just kind of a look, an overview of what we're expecting, what we think this weekend's going to look like, so you can better plan out your next couple of days.
And big upgrade, we're sitting too.
Big upgrade, we're sitting. So, confession, I have stolen these chairs from the KYOU set.
The Iowa Tonight
The
set.
Iowa Tonight set.
Yes.
Yes. Also known as our Studio B. Everyday Iowa uses it an awful lot.
Oh, yeah.
So the chairs may look somewhat familiar to you. It's because they are stolen, they are pilfered, but they're only really used in the morning because there are lots of extra ones. And I like to sit sometimes. I thought we could have a nice casual weekend catch up.
Well, I think that's appropriate for the topic at hand, which is the weekend, which, of course, we always say to understand the weekend, you gotta know how we got there, right?
I've never heard that.
I've said this to you before on this here program. It's just been a while. We haven't done this for weeks at this point.
That's true. Well, if you're here, welcome back.
Yeah, we took out for the holidays, and then I was missing for a week. I was off, and just so we've been apart.
I've had amnesia in that time.
That's okay.
All right. Well, Corey, explain to us how
Where
we
we're
got
at.
there.
Yeah, well, so we get there through tonight, and so we are expecting that rain that we've been seeing to continue for a couple more hours, and then we've got overall just sort of a dreary evening ahead. But luckily, that leads into a quieter Friday. Now, remember, we've determined on this show already that Friday is part of the weekend, correct?
That absolutely it is, and I
Yes.
recall that conversation.
Very good. And here we are with a view of pinpoint Doppler radar tonight. Just so you know, if you've got a long weekend, maybe you got a 3-day weekend. Sounds nice.
That sounds great.
I know, doesn't it? You will run into rain if you're headed out for your equivalent of Friday night to night. Still some pretty steady rain in northern and northwest Iowa, but if you look here in the heart of eastern Iowa, we're looking at more scattered stuff, more on the order of maybe like an isolated downpour or even an isolated storm that could develop. You might hear 1 or 2 rumbles of thunder, although you can see if you look on the right side of your screen, Peoria, that's a bit more of a robust looking line of stuff, and we're missing out on that. So
It was coming down on my lunch break.
it was, yeah. The rain that we got was very steady. Many areas, pretty much everyone, it looks like a quick survey, at least half an inch, and some areas closer to an inch, which for January, it's one of the wettest days we've seen from a standpoint of water.
I felt bad for the Chick-fil-A workers helping me get my lunch.
Did you tell them that?
I told one of them that, actually.
And then they said, no, it's my pleasure.
They did, yes.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad.
Proper Chick-fil-A service.
Yep, glad they kept to their guns there. Pinpoint Futurecast for Friday, though, shows a nicer looking picture. Now, we're going to lose some of the cloud cover. I think we'll keep some of it, too. Our forecast officially is phrased as partly cloudy.
Okay.
And so maybe a bit of a break, and then more clouds arrive later in the evening. That's ahead of our next storm system that comes later at night. So it does look like Friday evening should stay dry, but here we are, midnight on Saturday. And we're dealing with some sort of garbage, which is known as
Garbage?
Yes. Oh. Or light snow if you were looking for it. Is that a problem?
I think it's better than rain in January.
Oh.
Real? No? Okay, a point of contention here on Weekend Watch.
It's so currently outside in Cedar Rapids as we broadcast this.
Yes.
It's 56 degrees right now.
Okay, and that's a great point. That's a fair point that I will concede is awesome.
It's very
I
warm.
didn't feel like I needed like a huge coat this morning.
Yep.
That was really nice. But also, it was raining.
That's fair. It's not the season for it.
And I
You're
did
correct.
not, I was not feeling the rain.
Okay.
A light snow, I think I would be delighted by.
Great, because then we might have the chance for that on Friday night into Saturday, and that really kicks off your weekend. First thing you want to know for your Saturday is that chance for some snow showers. And they are still out there, although the chance, if you've been paying close attention, is a little bit lower, the percentage chance that we put on the 9-day forecast. And
Okay.
the overall expectation for amounts also very much on the low end. Now, it comes with some blustery winds. We've seen those winds pick up a little bit today. They'll still be there tomorrow. Saturday looks like perhaps the windiest day of the next few.
Okay.
And so if we do get a little bit of light snow, we're also going to throw in a little bit of wind, and so that will make it colder, certainly feeling colder than any of the days this week so far.
This week has been just a lovely little trip.
Most of it's been pretty mild. That Tuesday we got held back by the clouds and stuff,
Yeah,
so it wasn't
been
as
very
warm.
foggy, very cloudy.
Yeah, luckily we're not seeing a return to that either. Today with the rain and stuff moving in, we did see visibilities get a little bit lower, but dense fog was not really realized, which is great. Here we are, midnight again, Pinpoint Futurecast, back where we started, and we're seeing that snow move through. But notice that most of it is staying to the southeast of the Mississippi River. You can see the track has shifted a little bit. Originally, we were expecting the bulk of this precipitation to be a little bit more toward eastern Iowa, and so that would include more of us in that potential for some snow that sticks. At this point, again, a little bit more focused to the southeast, but it doesn't mean we're out of the woods. See here at 8 o'clock, still got some scattered snow showers moving in from the northwest.
There's some more coming.
Yep, more coming toward the afternoon.
Okay, just a couple of little rounds of
just
snow.
scattered stuff. We can't rule it out really for the rest of your Saturday, but it does appear that accumulation, if it were to take place, will be pretty limited. We're talking about maybe a trace to a half an inch or something in a few spots. Not much.
Okay.
This is not a blockbuster storm system by any means. And again, just little scattered stuff. Now we know it doesn't take much to cause a little bit of trouble. If snow sticks to a road, you know that can cause a slick spot. So we do encourage you to use caution if you're driving in a place where snow is falling. Otherwise though, it's not as big of a deal. And we always thought it wasn't going to be that big of a deal, but it certainly is not playing out to be a huge, substantial system.
Okay, just something to be aware of. Keep it on your radar. Don't speed. Well, don't ever speed, but keep an extra eye on the roads.
That's right, folks. Don't ever speed. But wind gusts will be a bit of a factor for your day.
Oh.
They'll be picking up as early as about midday, and then we've got stronger wind gusts again, potentially toward the afternoon and evening. So just kind of a windy day as the storm system rolls through the region. It will be kind of hanging around close enough that we could keep some of that wind around into Sunday morning too. And when you factor that in to our wind chill, yeah, we're talking about winds that will be, wind chills rather, that will be lower than that temperature. Remember we showed you the temperature around the low 30s? Well, yeah, you factor the wind back in by the afternoon, upper teens to mid 20s, and then by late evening, we're talking potentially single digits and teens again.
Yeah, we are back to the winter coat.
Yep, you'll definitely feel the difference as we look ahead toward Saturday, especially Saturday evening. So if you have plans that take you out Saturday evening, then you'll want to make appropriate adjustments to your attire.
Parka, scarf, gloves. I haven't worn my earmuffs in what feels like weeks.
That's
but
probably true.
It's probably more like a week. But
You have worn them since Christmas.
right after Christmas was really bad.
It was pretty cold.
I feel like it was yeah. And it doesn't take much. I'm a bit of a wimp with
That's okay.
with that. But yeah, this weekend's gonna be all the accessories are back out.
I recently bought a really large coat. Have you seen this in the office?
Okay, I do think yes, which is a big deal for you
I
because
don't have a picture.
Corey doesn't really wear big coats.
Well,
Corey just kind of braves it.
no, that's not true. Everyone thinks that the coat I had and still have was not warm. It's a
It
coat.
doesn't look warm. It looks like a jacket.
Well, yeah, it's the opposite now because I'm walking around like the Michelin Man.
Which is that's the proper way to walk
Well, yeah,
around.
I said to people within the last couple of months that we should make it more of a thing that men wear longer coats again.
Absolutely.
And so I'm trying to live up to that standard. I'm trying to, if I'm gonna talk the talk, I gotta walk the walk.
That's a fantastic. That's a good idea. Yes, men longer coats. They're so practical. They're so warm. I can't wear all of my winter coats are like down to my knees.
Yeah.
I would like one that's down to my ankles, but we haven't found quite the right one.
Ankles.
Yeah, my mom and I were shopping for a new coat, and
Okay.
there's a particular style I like, but knees minimum.
Ankles,
We live in Iowa.
Ankles a little scary for me. I'm already feeling like if I ever have to make a break for it, I'm gonna be in trouble.
It's the
just
winter.
above the
If you
knees.
need to make a break for it, there's other obstacles in your way.
Yeah, that's probably true if I'm wearing the coat.
Yeah.
You got a good point
And you've got
there.
your trusty sneakers on, so.
Not as trusty in that sort of situation as you might think sometimes. But let's move on to Sunday
Okay.
beyond my sartorial choices. Temperatures will be down in the 20s for highs on Sunday, so that's a shift. And we've got dry weather at the very least.
Great. A little bit of sun behind that cloud.
Yeah, well, at least partial clearing, and that will help to make things feel a little bit warmer. But again, we'll still be seeing some of those blustery winds, and temperatures down the 20s means, again, upper teens to 20s for wind chills during the day, and perhaps a little chillier at night. The good news is that it will be a fairly limited blip on our radar. Single-digit wind chills to start off Sunday, but then even by Monday and Tuesday, we've already recovered. And we're pretty much back where
That's
we were.
not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, for mid-January, 20s wind chills is pretty reasonable. So midnight Sunday, clouds diminishing, and I think we'll see, again, a period of sunshine on Sunday that will be pretty good. But it still does come with winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, not as strong as Saturday, but enough to make the wind chill a factor and to make your dress choice a factor as well. Now, Captain of the Forecast for Fun, Justin Roberts, commented to me earlier today, this weekend, not the most eventful weekend in eastern Iowa. The first full weekend after the holiday weeks, yeah, there's not going to be as much going on.
Everyone's probably tired of hanging out.
And so I scrapped together one event because I knew it was coming because I went to an Iowa basketball game for the men's team this past weekend.
Okay.
And so they always say, you know, like next home game, and they promote it within the stadium. So I knew they had a home game coming up this weekend. Illinois on the road visiting the Hawkeyes, top 20 matchup. Starts at 11 o'clock, so it's an early game. Not bad. It's at Carver, of course. It's a gold out. You can see in this picture, which was from this past weekend. It was a white out, which not great. I don't have a lot of white clothing options, but a lot of people did. A lot of people really did come through.
That's
which
pretty
is
good
nice.
showing, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And most importantly,
the thing that captured everyone's attention the second you put this graphic up.
there is a baby race at halftime.
Corey, what is a baby race?
I don't know. I assume that they're just going to unleash a bunch of babies and they'll be racing.
Like on the court, you think?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen something similar to
Yeah.
that.
Oh, sure.
They put like a couple babies on the court and they have to like crawl across.
Yeah, that kind of thing, I think, is what we're about to see. I don't know if they've done this before, but they were taking entries. The entries are closed. They've got enough babies. So you can't get your kid in at this point. And there were age limits and stuff and like, you know, a certain number of months. So yeah, I think it's a crawling situation. Walkers are not welcome.
The criteria is very specific.
But yeah, we want a balanced and trustworthy baby race. If people are going to be betting money on these babies, they can't.
I was gonna say, like, should we like try and pick a winner? I wish they had a bracket out.
It would be funny if they had names.
Yeah.
Not
if
like
they
their
have
real,
names.
No, not like their real names. I don't want to hear about little baby Aiden. I want to hear about like giving them like names like a horse, you know, like in the
Storm
Kentucky
Chaser.
Derby. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, would that be more fun? Or a number?
I would bet on Storm Chaser.
Put a little number on their side. I got number 8 in the 5th.
Okay. Also, what do you think the winning baby gets? Is there a prize?
There probably is. Admittedly, I don't have a baby, so I wasn't really locked in on the results.
Only a little bit interested.
Yeah, no, I'm interested in it. And this is one of those times where I wish we still had the Golden Klutz Awards because this would be the time for it.
That's perfect.
But I'm assuming we'll have a reporter, a sports reporter there at the game. And so we need to make sure that our sports team knows to capture
I'm going to put in a special note to
video.
Colin, who'll be, I think, running sports this weekend.
Yeah.
Please get us baby race footage. We need that.
So tune in for that. But that's your weekend watch. Not bad. Wintry.
Not bad at
A
all.
little wintry, but not too bad.
Okay, and a lot to look forward to on Sunday, including the baby race at Carver Hawkeye. Okay. Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
I'm stuck picturing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, maybe we'll recap it next week.
If we get baby race footage, we are absolutely doing baby race part 2 next week, Thursday. So please tune in for that. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us here on Weekend Watch this evening. We hope you have a great weekend and a great rest of your evening.
Indeed.
Anytime.
KCRG News at 10, your trusted local news source.